Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today I wanted to talk about the Timcast IRL podcast last night with Vaush. I kind of want to discuss my opinions and feelings with the podcast, things that were said, and all about it. The first thing I want to go into is the fact that he did have Vaush on. Tim's talked quite a lot about how he's been trying to get like left-wing people on there, and far-right people as well, but the left refused to get on, but now he's got Vaush. Again, Vaush has done this for clout. It's pretty obvious. Vaush clearly does not want to be on Timcast IRL podcast for a good conversation. He wanted to do an epic roast and try to get more followers. It didn't work, as you can see. It's got a lot of dislikes. A lot of the likes will be people that just like Tim and just like it because it's Tim's podcast. I don't think Vaush really got any followers or any valuable attention from the podcast, in all fairness. But the first point I want to make is some point in the podcast last night. It was live streamed, by the way. Vaush talks about how the right wing are contrary, which I humbly disagree with somewhat. Now, technically, yes, the right wing are very contrary, but that's simply because the right and the left have two different opinions and they see the world in a different lens. So, yeah, you are going to see the right disagree with the left on pretty much everything when it comes to how they see the world, certain economic and social ideas. So, it's kind of a statement trying to be like, oh, the right wing is so contrary, but it doesn't really provide the context that it needs, because really, yeah, every political ideology is contrary to the other. It's quite obvious. And I also want to make the point, if we're going to talk about ideologies being contrary, the left, Trump does anything, then that thing is classed as racist. Like, do you remember when the left used to be anti-war? Do you remember that in the 60s, all the anti-war, anti-Vietnam War protests? It's big, like, pro-peace. We just want peace. Sorry about the noise outside. We want peace. But Donald Trump, he's ending the wars. Nah, we can't end the wars now. And there's obviously a couple of examples as well of that happening. The left literally disagree with everything that Trump's done, even if they used to believe it before. Also, I want to make the point that Vaush was just making some very dumb comments, just generally. It wasn't a meaningful podcast for me. I didn't get to understand his viewpoint. He said that BLM violence is okay. I just don't like his character, really. It didn't really interest me, if you will. Again, the like to dislike ratio. If we compare the like to dislike ratio on any other podcast that he's done, let's just pull this up. So this is yesterday's one, I think. Yeah, it's yesterday's. So he's only got 215 dislikes and 20k likes, and that's from a day. This is 11 hours. It ended, so it's been 4 hours long. So I'd say it's a good 13 hours ago this happened, whatever. And so yeah, 18k and 3.8k dislikes. Yikes. Also, I found interesting how he's got this many views. Now this was only streamed live 11 hours ago and it's unlisted, so I mean they were pretty much live viewers. So people coming in and out. Tim's going. I mean, Tim's doing pretty well. But I also just want to point this out with Vaush. I mean, Vaush has had some very hot takes. I heavily disagree with him. I don't like him. And anyway, let's have a look. Let's take a wee little look at this. And I'll let you all happily enjoy this.
Should consuming child porn be legal? I think that would be, yes, more legal and more ethically consistent. Yes, 100%.
Yikes, Voshy boy. That's a very hot take if I do say so myself. But no, this is a tweet from Adam Krigler. What is this SHIT? Does he do it to get clout, or does he really believe it? I'm inclined to think both. Why would YouTube allow him to stay? Twitch, gross. That was from September 13th, and now this was last night during the podcast. This is who he's on at Timcast tonight. Wow, I'm glad I don't have to be in the same room as this person. Bang on, Adam. I think with Tim, the main reason Tim allowed him, well, I'll put the tweet up so you can see as well. I think the main thing with Tim is that he is left-leaning, So he kind of wants more leftists on his podcast. One, because he wants a diversity of opinions, but also, let's be real, he wants to be able to say that he's not right-wing, because on this new website that recently has become pretty popular, Transparency Tube, let's pull this up. This new website, it's called Transparency Tube, and it basically kind of like outlines different, as you can see, so mainstream news, and it kind of categorizes per like YouTube channels that are political. So if we click onto there, they are right, partisan, right, and mainstream news, and in the last 30 days, they have got most of the views. Yeah, they're leading. As you can see, the partisan left and the partisan right, 1.9 versus 1.9. Anti-woke is obviously beating the woke social justice, because anti-woke is way more popular. Tim Pool's obviously down there as well. It's kind of cool. It is kind of interesting. My dog's making noise. It's kind of interesting though. But yeah. Tim Pool is classed on here, if we find anti-woke, as that's his second channel, Timcast. We're too small to be able to find it, so let's just go to last 30 days. Sorry, just this month, hopefully. My dog's here. Hello, dog. Biting my hand again. Cheers, dog, for that. Appreciate it. So if we just scroll down here, here, I can't find Tim. That's kind of weird, that, isn't it? Oh, there you go. I can't find it, but he is classed on there. I can't find his other channels, but he is classed on here as right-wing. He's classed as right-wing. Anti-woke content is considered a right-wing position in our classification process. Reviewers weighed this against centre-left content and included it was predominantly on this side of the left-right dimension. See what I'm trying to say with... Dog, what you doing? This is what I'm trying to say. I think Tim just wanted a leftist on so he can kind of show, well, no, I'm not partisan right. Tim isn't right, but I'm just trying to say maybe it was used for that. But also, I think he wanted Vaush on just to see what Vaush would talk about, really. All in all, I didn't really like the podcast. I think Vaush just has a very skewed opinion. He does a lot of things for clout. He's morally corrupt in many ways. This dog? What are you doing? What are you doing? You're right. Take you for a walk in a bit. He's spastic. But yeah, I didn't like the podcast how it turned out. I feel bad for Tim though, because people have been attacking him on Twitter, which I really do disagree with. Alright, you shouldn't really be attacking. Look, all these whiny babies mad about Vaush V being on my show, I don't give an F. Spent... The dog's biting my arm. Stop it. All these whiny babies mad about Vaush V being on my show, I don't give a F. Spare me your selective moral indignation. I get where Tim's coming through on that. A lot of people probably attacking him for that. That's some more Hunter Biden stuff. Maybe we'll talk about that later. But here's my tweet where is it? It should be on tweets and replies. Tim, he thinks Child Porn is ethical. He is one with selective moral indignation. I do truly believe that. I think that sorry, I didn't even have the tweet up. I do think that I'll just pull this up for you all now. I do think that Vaush is a very, very I don't know. It's a very hard one to kind of pinpoint, but I do think that Vaush is very, very morally corrupt. Let's read some quick before we end. Let's read some replies. Yep, calling people whiny babies definitely makes it seem like you don't give a F. You're so much better than what you did last night. Well, if you want to be anyway. Here's one from a comrade, I think. They're mad because deep down they know he's right on at least a lot of things. We've got from Repolager. He has anti-fascist in his bio. If you're against him, that doesn't make you a fascist. That is true. I saw a lot of things like that on Twitter last night. people talking about how if you're against Vaush, you're actually a fascist. I thought he was really well spoken and made some awesome points. I disagree with him a lot, but his arguments come prepared. I think that's where I align the most. He did come prepared. Tim didn't, but he did. And yeah, he speaks well. A lot of socialists and communists kind of have this like retarded voice where they're talking like this, and like fascism, like oh my god. But if you're just gonna talk to him, he sounds like a normal guy. Then you realize he's a communist, socialist. He's a communist, and you're like, oh wait, he's a retard. Hello. But yeah, that's all from me today. This is a quick video just discussing what I think about the podcast. I wasn't a fan, but then again, I'm still going to watch the rest of the week. So yeah, peace.